good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Heartland Championship Wrestling here on the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network. My name is Dave Little, and we are coming to you live from the Dave Cave with action from the Filsinger Cup Tournaments for 2021. This is being hosted by Pro Wrestling Mid-America in New Orleans here tonight. But the Filsinger Cup Tournaments are an annual tradition every September leading into October, where all of the wrestlers and tag teams in the Heartland who have held championships over the past 12 months come together for a tournament to decide the winner of the year's Filsinger Cup Tournaments. These will be decided at the October pay-per-view Tournament of Champions. And it is the most prestigious and hotly contested award in the Heartland. And the tournaments got underway in the ladies division this past Wednesday night. You can check that out over on the Filsinger Games message boards. And today we have gotten underway both the men's tournament and the men's tag team tournament. We did bring back some of the independent wrestlers who held championship titles over the past year, in spite of the fact that we are not currently running an independent fed. And in our opening contest, it was the very formidable Michael Elgin with a victory over Hillbilly Jim by way of the Buckle Bomb. So Hillbilly Jim, a very popular fellow in Heartland these days, but no match for the power of Elgin in tonight's opening contest. Then we saw a very strange tag team contest as the heavily underdog team of OI4K, Ohio is for Killers, the brother team of Dave and Jake Christ, scored a huge upset victory over the team of Bob Backlund and Pedro Morales. Backlund and Morales held the Pro Wrestling Mid-America Tag Team Championships earlier in 2021, but when Backlund took the payday and relocated up to Patriot Championship Wrestling in the Northeast, that tag team dissolved. They came back together for Filsinger Cup Tournament action, and it was Rowdy Roddy Piper who confronted Backlund about his decision to take the money. Piper has been an outspoken critic of the bags of money being thrown around up in the Northeast, and it was Piper who confronted both Backlund and Morales. Morales came down off the ring apron to confront Piper. Morales' temper got the best of him, and he left Backlund all by himself in the ring, and the Christ brothers took advantage with a series of double teams, and it was Jake Christ who pinned Bob Backlund to eliminate the team of Backlund and Morales from the Filsinger Cup Tournament. Wherever Rowdy Roddy Piper goes, controversy follows. Then we saw the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase pick up a singles victory over Hangman Adam Page by way of the Cobra Clutch. And in our last contest, it was Shane Douglas with the Pittsburgh Plunge picking up an opening round victory over Ravishing Rick Rude. And that brings us to tonight's tournament action here live on the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network. And starting things off, it will be Nick Aldis, the national treasure, also a former holder of the West Coast Heavyweight Championship, taking on Tully Blanchard, who did have a brief singles run here in Pro Wrestling Mid-America and took in the Atlantic Wrestling Federation as part of the feud against the team led by SoCal Val. And it was Blanchard with a brief run as the Dixie Heavyweight Champion that qualified him for Filsinger Cup action here tonight. And with that, we are ready to get things started. Thank you to everybody who is here in the chat room this evening, and those of you catching this on the rebroadcast, as we are ready to rumble. Aldis versus Blanchard here in New Orleans in the Filsinger Cup Tournament, and the opening initiative role goes to Nick Aldis. Aldis, a fine technical wrestler, starts off with a knife edge chop. Tully Blanchard stands his ground. And Aldis comes off the ropes with the double axe handle. But oh, Tully Blanchard ducks out of the way of that one. And it is Blanchard who follows up with a kick to the gut and doubles over Nick Aldis. Blanchard has Aldis up and down hard to the canvas with a pile driver this early in the match. Blanchard already has taken control, and Aldis is in trouble. Blanchard is immediately going to go to the slingshot suplex. He's not messing around here. The pin roll is 4 or lower, but on a pin of 11, Aldis kicks out of that one. And he needs to get his head together as Tully Blanchard has taken a take-no-prisoners approach to this match as we welcome James Lawrence III to the broadcast here tonight. Blanchard now, oh, he's going to go to the foreign object. He went into his tights for something and just nailed Nick Aldis right between the eyes. James J. Dillon at ringside, very happy to have to see Tully Blanchard take control with that foreign object shot. And Blanchard now is just going to grab a chin lock on Aldis, who went down to one knee. Blanchard is going to work that as Aldis gets back to his feet, still trying to clear his head. Oh, and here's a rake of the eyes by Blanchard. Blanchard is just going for it tonight with every dirty tactic that he can imagine. Oh, a big punch to the face by Blanchard. Staggers Nick Aldis. Aldis trying to shake the cobwebs here as Blanchard is in control. And here's Blanchard with another punch to the face, and Aldis is stunned. Aldis checks his teeth to make sure that they are all intact, as Blanchard launches himself with a standing dropkick, and that sends Aldis staggering backwards. Blanchard has been in complete control in this match, and another big punch to the face, and Aldis has had enough. And Aldis comes right back and grabs a headlock on Blanchard. Aldis going to try and slow down the aggressive tactics of Blanchard with that headlock. And now Aldis ducks behind and picks him up over and down to the canvas in a German suplex, nicely executed by Nick Aldis. The national treasure now with a chance to get something done offensively. He's going to take Blanchard down to the mat for a submission move, a bow and arrow style move, where he has the arm and the leg draped over his own knees and stretching Blanchard painfully. On a 3 or lower, that will be a submission, but Blanchard's able to work his way free from that after picking up his first fatigue token of the match. Aldis in control now, and he picks up Blanchard and powers him over with a tombstone. Down hard to the canvas again. Aldis goes for the cover, and on a roll of snake eyes, he got it. How about that? Back and forth we go, and Aldis comes out of nowhere with a tombstone pile driver to take down Tully Blanchard and score a first-round victory here in the Filsinger Cup Singles Tournament. And James J. Dillon at ringside is stunned. He thought his guy was in control as Blanchard was using every dirty tactic he could think of, but it was Aldis who fired back. And after a painful submission hold, Blanchard was lucky to get free of that, and Aldis just dumped him with a tombstone and covered him for the pin. And just like that, our opening televised matchup tonight is concluded, and your winner and moving on in the tournament is the national treasure, Nick Aldis. So congratulations to Aldis for a wonderful victory here tonight. All right, next up, more action from the Filsinger Cup Singles Tournament as the current reigning, I believe he is, let's see, I cannot remember what title that Johnny Valentine holds. I can look it up here quickly. Johnny Valentine is your reigning, something or other, Dixie Heavyweight Champion. Yes, he now holds the same belt that Tully Blanchard held previously. Valentine won the Dixie Heavyweight Championship back on June 30th to qualify for this tournament, but he will have a formidable challenge in another former West Coast Heavyweight Champion, none other than this man, Bryan Danielson. This should be an outstanding technical matchup between two guys who really know their way around the squared circle. Valentine with the size and power advantage. But Danielson is the quicker of the two men. He'll have the advantage in that accord. And this should be a good match. As the referee prepares the ring, and we are ready to go. The video isn't working, audio is. Here we go again. I have had that same problem the last couple of times I have been live. I just upgraded my broadcast software, but sure enough, there is nothing happening here on the video, and I do apologize for that. As we say greetings. Now, if I go on to the camera from the webcam, from the PC, let's see if this gives any indication that things will be happening differently from... Okay, yeah, so here's me, and I am moving around, and if I go back to the tabletop view, and let's see if there's a setting problem here that I can repair in some way. Group sources, move source up, settings, ProStream webcam, use standard settings. Updating settings. And now we have gone completely black. Oh my goodness, goodness gracious. James, can you still hear me, or have I gone into audio silence as well?